Hi everyone, this is Menz here, playing the Tier 10 Chinese medium tank, the 121, here on Tundra. Doing a voiceover of a replay. This isn't live, of course, but pretty great battle here. Did 4,130 damage, blocked a little bit, only 720, and I assisted with a grand total of 97 damage, but basically just dealing damage this match. Going into this match, though, my thought process, I'm in a tank with no gun depression. So, the typical medium spot of fighting up here, pretty bad for this. Over in this side, going to be brawling against things heavier than I am or higher alpha. Not going to go over there. This is bumpy. I'm going to head right here. Heading down in this area isn't exactly always the safest spot, because you can find yourself kind of cut off from your team. You can get flanked, but setting up on this little corner, I don't have to worry about my gun depression. I actually pretty much just use my gun elevation in this match for the most part, if I am not mistaken. But the good thing about the 121, compared to other tier 10 mediums, it might resemble a Russian medium tank, but your alpha damage, 440 damage per shot, nothing to shy away from at tier 10, and on a medium tank, pretty fantastic. So just freaking kicking people in the face with a medium tank of 440 alpha, especially if you get high rolls, is something that it feels pretty good when it works. It's like, for those of you who watch a lot of my videos and my live streams, I really hate this map. And fortunately, it kind of occurred to me, I'm like, instead of fighting against this tank's gun depression, I'm just going to use not its advantage of gun elevation, because it's not exactly great either, but I'm just going to use its gun elevation because I wasn't really up for fighting with a tank with no gun depression over on a hill. Granted, they did a very good job, but I find myself using this spot a lot more often, even in tanks that could fight on the hill or fight over there, just because if you get here quick enough, you can cut off reinforcements to this side and potentially get in a lot of damage on a side shot. Now I do see that our team is quickly falling. We only have a T-30, and I don't know why the T-32 is back there, but he is. But nonetheless, once you get the ball rolling in this tank, it's like I still have full HP. Your higher damage per shot gun definitely comes in handy, because later on in matches, tanks are weaker. Like, as you see there, I just set that guy on fire. With a higher caliber gun, you do more module damage. Thus, you have a higher chance to ammo rack people, set them on fire, one-shot them if they're weakened. And this tank basically becomes stronger later on in matches. It's just finding an initial spot that works for this with the essentially zero gun depression. I think it's -3, which can virtually be 0. If you survive that initial setup phase and pick a decent spot, then this tank really shines later on in the matches. Now, compared to the WZ-120, the 121, its upper glacis is actually better. It has more effective armor, and you can actually bounce tier 10 shots off of it. I wouldn't expect to bounce any tier 10 tank destroyer shots, but heavy tanks and mediums that aren't throwing gold at you, you can essentially bounce them with a little bit of angling on them. Lower glacis is weaker than the WZ-120s though, but both aren't going to protect from tier 9 and tier 10 shots. Now this match went really quick. It lasts, I think, about 6 minutes or so overall. And really, Tundra is kind of like that. It snowballs very quickly. But a pretty decent match in this tank. Got a lot of damage in the first minute and a half, I think. And really doing that large amount of damage early on is something that sets your team up to win. But anyway, this was a great match. And even though it's a replay, the end battle result screen will be right after the end here. I think I tried to squeak out another kill, but that happens. I was kind of rushing it, but I was banking on the T-92 being close to him and him not being able to point down. But that guy still gets 2 kills out of this match somehow, and yeah, I guess that kind of made his match. But anyway, thanks for watching, and you can stick around for the end result screen coming up. Alright, so we got a Mastery Badge 2nd Class, High Caliber Award here in the 121. 4,130 damage, 5 kills, most amount of, not the most amount of experience in match. Lorraine barely beat me out. He got a whatever award, Kamikaze. Otherwise, a little bit of block damage, a little bit of assistance, pretty much nothing. Made a little bit of credit, but overall the 121, I mainly went to where I went on that map just because I didn't have to worry about my gun depression. Really went to the lowest point. That way I don't have to point down anywhere. And it worked out for me. But in any event, thanks for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube if you like this video. Otherwise, you can fan fund me through the Google Wallet, upper right hand corner, or through PayPal in the video description below if you choose to do so. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you sometime soon again.